get started. Okay, happy Wednesday, everyone. We're going to get started with the meeting. There's a meeting, Alan. Welcome. Come on, come and join us. Please mute your phones. Thank you. I have to do it too. I'm going to mute my phone. So again, as you can see the photo, we got some haze going on here. It's not fun. I took this last night on my walk back, and it's crazy. You could not see all the way down Broadway, which usually you can see all the way basically to City Hall from West 3rd Street. So pretty crazy. Hopefully everyone's staying safe and inside. We have a number of birthdays. We missed a couple. Alexi's was on the 4th and Akash's on the 11th. We have Gian's on the 20th. Our dear Michelle on the 22nd, Nicole on the 23rd, Rebecca Fu on the 25th, and Stephanie on the 28th. So happy birthday in advance to you, Stephanie. She's finally turning 21, so congrats there. Again, just a reminder, if you have come across someone in your voyages, an agent that you think they would be a good fit for the team, love to be introduced to them. There are some incentives for you as an agent to recruit people. And so again, if you go to referandearnwithblakert.com and refer them over to me, you can actually kind of get some money going forward. So please feel free to do that, and love to have people. Again, we're especially looking for people in Queens, if you have anyone, because we are getting a good number of Rocket leads out there. So, okay, Rockefeller, quote of the week. John D. Rockefeller said, "Do not be afraid to give up the good to go for the great." Do not be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. And so, again, I think this business is really all about improving ourselves, right? You might be really good at going after listings and getting them, but there's probably things that you can do to go from good to great, right? What I say is that a good agent, and many of you probably heard this before, a good agent is one who can close a deal, right? A great agent is one who, for every deal they have, creates additional deals, right? Every listing that you have, statistically, you should be able to get at least 2 and ideally 3 deals out of that listing, right? Hopefully you're selling that listing. Hopefully that person is either buying something or you're getting a referral from them purchasing something, or again, you're getting something else in the building maybe. And hopefully there's someone who comes to an open house that you can convert, right? We talked yesterday at the workshop, for anyone who was here, about Tom Daly and his ability to convert at open houses, right? It's a skill that you can learn, but if you come into contact with people and you connect with them, it's a way that you can increase business, right? So for every sale listing you have, and again, Stephanie and Eunice are very good at this as well, you can get additional buyers out of it, right? And that's something that you can do. Again, Ellen actually has something in contract right now that from a buyer that she met at an open house that she converted into a buyer for a different apartment, correct?
Yeah, I met her like 2 years ago.
2 years ago, right? So you never know. And she never gave up on her, right? She never gave up. Ellen, you're great. I just want to say that you're great because you're able to do that. So again, just think about this, right? In whatever you do, be it rentals, right? Can you kind of increase the number of landlords you're working with, right? Are you a great agent or are you a good agent, right? Again, a good agent can get a deal done. A great agent creates business out of the business that they have. So just, think about this and think about everything that you have, right? Again, I'm guilty of not doing everything I should when I have a listing, right? You get a new sale listing. Did you contact all the neighbors? Did you send a postcard to the building? Did you send a postcard to the rental buildings in the neighborhood, right? When it went into contract, or sorry, when you had an accepted offer, you could do it too. But when it went into contract, did you do the same thing? And when it closed, you do the same thing, right? It's consistency, it's follow up. And again, for if you do these things, then for every deal that you have, you should actually have multiple deals and you will be doing much better, right? That's the whole thing, right? Getting to the great. 230 West 126th Street, Victoria Towers Residences, right? These are the properties that Renee has been gracious to get us as a Weichert exclusive for advertising. There are a number of vacant units there. You can all be paid a half-month OP for renting those units. Again, you can sign up for open houses. You can, some people are posting them on StreetEasy. That's based on a kind of a rotation that we have, but people are doing open houses throughout the week. I think we had another 2 applications this week. And again, there's a lot of opportunities there to market yourself on RentHop, to put up these things. Again, one of our agents just went and she made some TikTok videos for it. Hint, hint, Marty here. But it's great. You can go and preview it. All of the open houses are posted on StreetEasy. You can go at any time. That's publicly posted. One of our agents will be there. They can take you around. You can take photos, and then you can use that for whatever marketing that you need to do. But again, a great way to get paid.
What's the pricing now there?
The pricing, the studios are, I think, 2,600,
Oh, they're, oh.
2,700, and the 2 bedrooms, the most expensive one, I believe, is 4,800. So it's good pricing right now. So,
Yeah, because remember the pricing is high a while.
a long time ago. Again, it's definitely market. So, and again, there's a number of units there. You can get the full list when you're there. And again, feel free to advertise anywhere but StreetEasy, basically. So, again, for anyone who hasn't ordered their new business cards, please do so. You can do it through the Weichert Design Center. For anyone who received the code, just know that you have to use that by the end of the month. Otherwise, it expires. So please do it sooner rather than later. We already are almost through this month. So again, workshops Tuesdays at 12 here in this room. We had a really great one yesterday. The video will go out later today. And on Tuesdays after that meeting, Brian's been doing the rental group training. They've had some good success. A couple of the 3 newer rental agents are all out on showings right now. So again, in this market, there's a lot going on. If you'd like to do more rentals, reach out to Brian. He can kind of help you get going with your rental game. Market update. This is a fun time where I'm not going to call on Stephanie because I promised I wouldn't, but just wanted to, I guess, do 2 things. One, get your read of the market and kind of what you're seeing out there. And again, if you do want to talk, if I can ask you to come over here so the people who are on the recording can hear it. And then to just talk for a few minutes about Urban Digs and how that can help us figure out what's going on with the market. So, Dewey, I'm going to call on you because you're the closest. The video's off. So.
What to Stephanie?
I
No, I think in terms of just what I'm seeing, probably mimics a lot of what I see on Urban Digs through their reports too, because as I've said before, I watch that on a regular basis and listen to what Noah says. But in terms of what I'm seeing a lot of price slashing. So I think the market is correcting itself. But I'm also seeing a lot of inventory still coming on. And based on what Urban Digs is saying, the inventory is actually still up right now. It's ticking up. They think it's going to go a little bit lower to match the summer season, but my emails box is still exploding with inventory coming on, but they're coming in at a slightly lower price. So I think that it's corrected itself, and but I still feel a hesitation. Like with all my buyers, they're still hesitant to actually move forward a little bit. So, and from everyone I've talked to, there's that general feeling of like, when's anyone going to pull the plug? But they're definitely out there still searching. So that's my
Which neighborhoods are you focusing on right now? Or have your search been focused on?
most of my searches have been from Midtown West down or upwards.
Okay, so kind of Manhattan market. So,
Yeah, Manhattan.
So Martin, you want to talk about what's happening in Inwood or what you've seen with the multifamily market that you've been trying to help push?
Yeah, I don't know where I'm talking into. Hi, whoever's in the air. So most of the markets that I focus on, the market that Inwood, Upper Manhattan, the co-ops that I've sold there, right, my phone, sorry. Oh, sorry, this most inventory in that neighborhood is kind of steady between 40 units, either apartments or homes for sale. Prices, like I see the slashing that you said, I see that all over, slash, and depending on the price where it initially starts from, it's huge slash sometimes. And the open houses, I have one today with Michael and Suzanne. It's a 3-family that we have 1.875, which is a good price for a 3-family brick, rare, the neighborhood in that area. And other than that, to what Dewey said, like pulling the plug, like it's not as like from years ago it was fast and
Pulling the trigger.
Pulling the
Plug is what you're taking,
plug.
not by-
So that's all I got. Yeah.
Can what your open house?
Did you have any? It's not as busy at that price point in the neighborhood, but we did have a rush of people. The last open house, like at the last minutes, 7 people came at once, and Suzanne was leaving. Okay, Marty, nice. So it was good, you know, and there's some interest, but it's just a matter of, you know, connecting.
Is it a fixer upper?
No, it's okay, I give it, can I say this? I would give it a solid B minus B.
Is that a good?
Solid, which is a good thing.
We see some Fs out there, so you know, that's not bad.
Yeah,
That's pretty
well,
good.
I've seen, well, listen, in the South Bronx, the Fs and the F minuses, but it's not, it needs an upgrade. If it like stainless steel stuff, basically, it doesn't need any walls breaking.
Facelift.
Facelift, that's why I said that, that's the reason why I gave it that grade, but once, you know, a good $100 grand minimum will wow it. So that's it, that's all I got.
Awesome. Just as a reminder, are you using Urban Digs, right? And if you're not, why not, right? It is a free tool that you have. If you're working in Manhattan or Brooklyn, and again, over time, they're expanding to Queens, hopefully within the next year, but they're taking forever. But you can really do granular data, and this is a really great way to supplement any searches that you're doing on OLR, anything that you're doing on street easy with market data and stuff like that, right? You can generate amazing market analytics to send out via email. Again, if you're going on a pitch, you can granularly pick the building, the neighborhood, you know, the borough, and get like up to the minute market data on it. So again, use it for any listing presentation that you're going on, use it to get buyers off the ledge, use it for any kind of outbound marketing that you're doing as well. And again, one of our newer agents, newest actually agent, just started sending out market emails to a couple neighborhoods in Manhattan. And here he has 2 people he's working with, right? Brand new agent. So it is something that works. You just got to do it kind of repeatedly. MTS update. So we are very lucky today to have Lauren here. Lauren is our MTS for the, and again, this says New Jersey, but she's for all of the Cuvius region right now. And she's going to talk to us a little bit today. Do you want to share the screen, Lauren, or?
I don't have anything to share yet. I just wanted to, if you want to give me permission, so I am going to share the pipeline in a minute,
Sure.
to show what my goal is for this office.
Okay, you should be good.
Okay, so I just wanted to introduce myself first. You know, my name is Lauren. I am going to be covering the Cuvius region going forward. I have been with Weicker going on 7 years. I have been MTS for 4. So, you know, I just wanted to formally introduce myself. I know things had got a little crazy with Amanda leaving and we weren't sure what was happening there. But I just wanted to let everyone know that I am available for one-on-one appointments. I am here to help you with your My Weicker system, your the My Marketing Studio. Right now, my goal is really working with agents to get their pipelines cleaned up. I'm going to share my screen just quickly. I just pulled up this office's pipeline. And right now, I think this might be the most I've ever seen in here. You have over 1 million people in your pipeline right now.
New York's a big place.
But, which is, you know, great having the numbers. But when I go to my KV Core activity and I look at the unengaged leads, the people that we don't have on search alerts, the people we don't have on market reports or campaigns, it's almost the same number. So right now we have all those people in your system, which is amazing, but the system is not working for you right now. And my goal is to get the system working for you guys. So I strongly encourage everyone to try and get on a one-on-one appointment with me. I know via Zoom isn't the best, but what I do is I have you guys share your screen and I walk you through. We get everyone who's unsubscribed out of your system. There's no point of having them there anymore. And we get the ones that are left on campaigns, put them search alerts, and get automation working for you. You know, that's the basis of what I do. Yeah, also we do have the training coaches sessions every day, Monday through Thursday. There's 2 a day. You know, they are really helpful. I strongly encourage you guys to try and join those as well.
And is anyone not getting the emails from Lauren with the 2 sessions she's doing? You guys are all getting it? Okay, awesome, perfect. Just want to make sure.
So yeah, that was, you know, the basics. I just wanted to jump in here quickly and properly introduce myself. And then I will be coming back on. I'm going to try and come in once a month with you guys and just give a little update of how we're doing. I'm going to be keeping an eye on these numbers. And my goal is really to make a big difference in these. I mean, we have the people in the system. Why not let the system work for you?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lauren. We really appreciate your time and getting on today.
Yeah. If anyone has any questions, has anything, again, it has anything to do with the My Marketing Studio, My Weichert, Weichert Tools, anything like that, definitely set something up. I have this QR code over here, and there's the one on the screen. You can scan and set something up with me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lauren. Have a
Thank
good
you guys. I appreciate you for letting me jump on.
Okay.
All right.
Again, Jamie not able to make it. A lot of you saw him at the party. Jamie's our amazing Weichert insurance specialist. He can be reached by phone or email. You guys all have his contact info. Again, what I would say is make it easy. Just send a quick email introduction to Jamie with any customers you're working with. That way he doesn't call you asking for their phone number. I don't get CC'd on an email with him asking for their contact information, that kind of thing. Very easy. Hey, this is Jamie with Weichert Insurance. Just wanted to connect you. You'll need insurance for your rental, your sale, insert whatever it is there. I'll let you take it from here. You don't have to say anything else, and no one will ever ask you again for an introduction. That's it. Thanks, Stephanie. And with that, Doug, again, same thing. Please always introduce Doug to whoever you're working with, but he's going to go through the slides. You can just click through.
All right, thanks, Jason. Here we go. Good afternoon, everyone. Give you a little update on what's going on with the economy and how it specifically relates to what I do and what we all are involved with, retail mortgage rates. Last week, we had two big things that went on. The first one was the debt ceiling was approved. Everyone felt this was going to happen, but until it actually does happen, it was like a little bit scary, because if it didn't happen, then we'd have all kinds of consequences. Rates would have shot up and the other implications to that. So that was a good thing. The jobs report came out. That was very strong, which is very good on one sense. The economy is strong, but as far as ammunition for the Federal Reserve to keep raising short-term rates, it goes in their favor to raise again, because they're still trying to cool down the economy. So when you have a report like the jobs report that's exceptionally strong, they say, well, the economy is still hot. So it gives them ammunition to say, well, we're going to keep raising. It's tapering off. The amount of the raises have gone down. Maybe they're going to skip a meeting. They're going to, they're down to 25 basis points for the last increase, which is the smallest increment. So they might take a break. They might do another 25 basis points, but we're tailing off. They can't keep raising forever. So when the debt ceiling agreement was reached, the feeling was, well, rates had come up in anticipation of this, feeling that, well, if it doesn't get reached on time, there's going to be a problem. The feeling was that when it was reached, rates would drop. The jobs report interrupted that. So they dropped a bit, but they're still higher than what was expected considering the debt ceiling agreement occurred. So let's take a look at where we are. We're in the high sixes right now in a 30-year fix. 30-year fix is the most common loan by far that we do, nationally, that everyone does. So we're at 6.9. We've been in this, we were over 7 last week. This is a national average. We were, a couple weeks ago in the mid sixes, and we kind of had been there for a few months. So I think people are getting used to where rates are. They're not in the 3s. We may never see the 3s again in our lifetime for 30-year money. I would like stability at this point. Like the cost of the money is the cost of the money. People are kind of used to it. I just don't like seeing things jump around. So it had been more stable. It's fairly stable. I would like it to be in a tighter range, like mid sixes and stay there would be fine. Lower would even be better. But if you're working with a buyer, because it's moved around so much, depending upon how long you've been working with the buyer, make sure their pre-approval is current, because they might be looking at old numbers. I'm happy to review it with them. But if you're looking at a pre-approval from a while ago, they might be looking at the wrong property. So you want to make sure you're showing them the property that's right for them based on the cost of money. Okay. This probably isn't going to come into play too much in our market because of the mortgage cap, but we have access to a program. It's meant for first-time home buyers, but it could be also for somebody who has owned a home but not in the last 3 years. It's a great program if we find someone that fits into it, but the loan amount is small. The maximum loan amount is $350,000. There's income limits, so they have to make enough to qualify for the loan, but not so much that they go above the average median income for the county. But if we do have somebody who fits in this program, they can get a home on a conventional loan, not a co-op. It could be a condo or single family, primary home with 1% down. The total down is 3%. We have a 2% forgivable grant. They don't have to pay that back. So they're getting 2% as a gift. They're getting 1% of their own money. And there's no mortgage insurance. So it's a great program if we have somebody who fits into it. If you have somebody sort of buying at the lower end of the scale, I'd be happy to sort of check it out, see if this might apply to them. But if somebody, can fit in the parameters of this program, it's a great, great program for them.
Have you had any success with this in like
It's-
Orange County maybe, or like?
Orange-
somewhere else?
I just presented it to the Monroe meeting via Zoom yesterday.
Yeah.
They're the ones that probably have the, most use out of this. It just came out.
Yeah.
And this is a test program. We have access to this program. This isn't, not every bank has access to this program because of the grant element. But when you get a situation where you can put 1% down and have no MI, I mean, that's like a godsend for the right buyer.
Totally.
We might, our dollar amounts might be higher, but if you have an outskirt area, yeah.
Bronx. Would it qualify for Bronx?
Bronx would-
No, yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, it can't be-
I'm thinking somebody already.
If you can find a sponsor unit in a condo, you might be able to get it.
Yeah.
There's an areas in Rochester, one bedrooms, they go for 200, so.
But those are usually all.
They don't have condos, the whole-
If you have a,
But if you can get a building that doesn't require that.
yeah, if you had a sponsor unit at a lower price end, but it's very easy for me to do the math and see if the person qualifies. It's just something to keep in the back of your head. It probably won't come up too much, but it's a great benefit to the right buyer. Similarly, we have Home Ready and Home Possible. These are meant for first-time home buyers as well. They've reduced the fees for these type of loans. They're trying to make it easier for first-time home buyers to actually accomplish the goal of buying a home. So if you had somebody previously with a 620 credit score, they were going to get hit with extra points for having their credit score the way it is. They've reduced or eliminated a lot of that. So a lot of this is a lot more palatable for first timers. Again, these programs have income limits as well. So it's the same kind of thing where there's not an actual loan amount cap, but there's an income cap. So part of what I do when I talk to a buyer is we have a conversation about what their goals are before we, talk about any kind of specific loan. And I try to put them in the loan program that's best suited for what they're trying to do. So if I can fit them in this type of program, absolutely, I'm going to suggest it. We'll just see about the income limits, which will come into play. But for the right buyer, these are great programs. These are just some of the things that we have, to offer from Weicker Financial. We're trying to give you tools to make yourself, you and your team, I consider myself a part of your team, to be different from the competition. The $10,000 guarantee doesn't apply in the 5 boroughs. We'll forget about that. The Weicker Advantage, this is just something that's, if you have somebody who's been losing out on bids and they're just getting discouraged and rates have come up, and they think, I'm going to sit on the sidelines because maybe rates are going to go down. This is to try to encourage them to not sit on the sidelines, to move forward. And it basically says, if you close at today's rates, if it makes sense down the road, you have to have at least 7 payments that you made to your mortgage. We'll waive our lender fees if it makes sense to refinance. So we're not waiving all fees, but we're making it a little more palatable and maybe encouraging people to, get off the fence and try to get back into the home buying market. That's the Weicker Advantage. Second Look program is a very good program. Basically, it's saying if you have somebody first of all, you should be making sure your buyers are already pre-approved because you want to be showing them the right property. If they are pre-approved, you want to look at it and see where it came from and what the date of it is and things like that. If they are willing to have me talk to them and pre-approve them as well, first of all, they'll have 2 pre-approvals, right? So from 2 institutions when they're making an offer, that's even stronger. I might be able to find them a better program, better rate, something like that. But if they want to continue on with their original lender, that's fine. We'll give them a $50 gift card just for that exercise, just for me reviewing what they're doing and making sure that everything's okay. If they say, thank you, but I want to continue on with Bank X, that's okay. And they get a $50 gift card and they have 2 pre-approvals. So it's a good way to just kind of make sure that they're in the right position to be buying financially. Okay. Equity booster, we won't really talk about at this time, but that's basically another way you can present an offer where if you sense that there is a seller who's going to reduce price, they might do better by, as opposed to reducing the price by a certain amount, by paying for a temporary buy down for the buyer. Okay, so that the seller has less of a reduction, that the cost essentially is less than a price reduction, and the buyer gets a benefit of a temporary buy down. That's the concept with that. I won't spend a lot of time on it, but we're just trying to come up with ways to be different when you're making your offer stand out amongst competition. Okay. And then of course there's open house support. You know, if you need an open house flyer, just send me the number, the list price, the address, purchase price. The app, I don't know who's using it as much, you know, it goes in phases, but the app can be a great tool. It's paid for by Weichert Financial. For the right buyer, it's handheld. You're going to be co-branded with me. You're on their phone, and also I can see when they're busy doing calculations. So I might say, you know, this person hasn't done anything in 3 months, and now all of a sudden they're working on it again. And you might call them at the right time. So it's the value of intel where you're basically calling out of the blue, but it's not really out of the blue. That's the app. It's a really good tool for, you know, a lot of millennials, for example, don't like to use phone mail. They don't like to use email anymore. The handheld and the phone is really the way they want to communicate. They could look at market updates. They can do calculations. If you're not using it and you need it, let me know. It's a simple text link I send you. Okay. That's pretty much it for that. We do a survey after every mortgage that we do. The customer gets a survey. It's basically asking how we did, how you felt I did as a mortgage originator, and how the Weichert Financial did as a company. So the last survey we had, 96% of customers, the question is, would you refer friends and family? 96% said yes. So we're doing a very good job. I personally have a rating of something like 4.91 stars out of 5. That's my selfless, shameless promotion. But it means that we're doing a good job. Happy customers translates to referrals for everybody. So, you know, if you haven't used Weichert Financial in a while, try it out again, because we're doing a very good job. Your customers will like us. There's a trivia question for the week. So that we mentioned, we don't see too much of them, but there's these first-time home buyers, Home Possible and Home Ready. So these are different advantages to these programs. Which advantage does not apply? Which advantage is not something that would apply to those programs? So first-time home buyers or move-up buyers, easy to qualify for investors, mortgage, lower mortgage insurance payment, or lower rates due to less add-ons. Which of these would not apply to these programs, these first-timer programs?
Yes.
Okay, Dewey says B. He whispered it, so
But
we're not sure.
I'm always wrong.
Well, you never know, Dewey. This could be your day. This could be your day. No one else wants to guess.
Come on, Marty.
I was gonna say C, but then EC, because maybe they make it tougher, you know, more stringent to get.
Well, Dewey is right. Dewey, it's Dewey.
Last time on this with this.
So these are essentially, it's one form or another, sometimes directly, but these are subsidized programs. So they don't want to subsidize somebody who's buying an investor property. So that's the reason they're trying to get first-time buyers into the property. That's all I have for today. If I can help anybody with anything, let me know. Scenarios, pre-approvals. If you're working with a buyer, please mention my name and say I'm going to give them a call. That would be fantastic. If you're doing an open house and I can get you anything, an open house sheet, a flyer, let me know and I'm here to help.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doug.
Okay, we've got a lot of congratulations this week, which is very exciting. Michael, Suzanne, Karen, Josh, Anthony, Kathy, Leslie, Kelly, Michael R. is here. Boss, Stephanie, Eunice, Stephanie's here, Dewey's here. Congratulations to everyone on the rentals. We also had 2 of our agents do their first rentals this week, Manolo and Oscar, so congratulations to them. A number of contracts signed, Nicole, Stephanie, Fatu, Peter in the back, Michael and Michael, both of them, Ken, Donald, Ellen, congratulations, Ellen. And Kathy actually got her first Rocket lead into contract, so congratulations to Kelly on that. Oh, sorry, Kathy, not Kelly, Kathy. We had closings, Josh, Eunice, Stephanie, Kelly, Christine, Karen, Dewey, and Michael. So congratulations to all of them. And a couple new sale listings, Kathy, Peter, Suzanne, and Tanya all had new listings come up for sale that I know about. So again, some people might have other ones. And so we always like to say, if anyone has a new listing they'd like to talk about, if they need something, this is the time to mention it to everyone. New listing, need a listing, price reductions maybe. Michael, do you wanna come over here and say it?
Okay, we just had a reduction, 56.
If you wanna come over here, Michael, we'll talk about 56.
Yeah, Dewey and I have a listing at 56 Pine Street. We finally got a reduction to a price that's probably workable. Finally down to 695. If you know 56 Pine, has had scaffolding for about 3 years. It's about to come down. There are 4 other apartments on the market in the building that we're fighting against, but ours is the only one that actually has light and view. All the other ones face directly onto 56 Pine, onto Pine Street with no light and view. And so we put on the market, it's been renewed, the price has come down, and I also have alternate floor plans to make it, turn it one into a 2-bedroom, and another one coming to flop the living room and the bedroom so that the living room has the view and the bedroom doesn't. So there's options there. We're just trying to be creative because we now have, it's 5 1-bedrooms for sale in the building. And we just got to highlight what's better about being on the 15th floor on that building and unobstructed versus down. So if you have somebody that is like their max is, you know, somewhere around the high 6s, or they're looking for flex too, because again, we can't advertise it, but this is definitely convertible to a 2-bedroom. I have a new floor plan that just came in. And the bedroom is fine, big enough for a full size. The second bedroom has a small living room. So if you have someone looking for a 2-bedroom under 700,000, this might be a really good option for them because the walls are movable. The wall that's there for the bedroom currently is also completely movable because it's not structural. So there's a lot you could do with 700 square feet, 720 square feet, something like that. So yeah, let us know and we'll get you into it.
And yeah, I've got a price reduction on my listing in the Bronx at 2160 Bronx Park East. We originally listed it at 310. We've now dropped it to 295, which I think is going to help move things along. It is a very large 2-bedroom, 1 bath, right across from the park. And it's a great location. The subways are just right around the corner. So it would be an easy commute for anyone who wants to live up there but didn't need to come into town to work. So it's been renovated, mostly renovated. So beautiful flooring, open kitchen, islands. It's a quite lovely apartment, but at 295, it's a good deal. Oh, awesome.
Ellen or Peter? Nothing back there. I just listed today a loft / 1/2 bedroom at 138 Broadway. That building I've had a couple sales in. 1.295 million, common charges and taxes under 1,300 combined, which is really great. It's about 864 square feet, facing north, really great light and views. And first open house will be this Sunday. So if you have anyone for that, let me know. It's great. Pre-war elevator building, common roof deck, super laundry in the unit, laundry downstairs, laundry on the floors, backyard with grills, all that kind of stuff. Small 40-unit building. So going once, anyone else? Rentals? Nothing? Okay. Oh, you gotta come here to say it. Sorry.
Doesn't exist, so it doesn't.
Okay, Ellen's looking for something that doesn't exist. I'm also looking for a 6-bedroom for under 100,000 in the West Village. So
Windsor Terrace, Park Slope, Kensington House, 1.5 needs very little work.
1.5 million, Brooklyn, Central Brooklyn house that needs little to no work. So if you have that, please let Ellen know and also let me know because I love it too. So awesome. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate your time. Have a great rest of the day, rest of the week. And if you need anything, let me know. Goodbye.